front of the laboratory of Lou Guzzi, the professor, best swing instructor in Philadelphia.
I just like the whole the competition and having to get better and like putting all the work into it. And I've made so many lifelong friends.
It's showing us basically what she just did on that swing. She carried the ball 209 yards.
So down at the bottom here, it tells you all that. Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Inside Golf. Along with Ellen Coloche, I'm Harry Donahue. We're at Talamore Golf Club again, right in front of the laboratory of Lou Guzzi, the professor, best swing instructor in Philadelphia, and today we are going to meet one of his prize pupils.
We absolutely are, Harry. Her name is Isabella Dilisio. She's 14 years old. She's already a phenom. She's just an amazing young lady, and she has a few wins under her belt already.
Montgomery County Women's Amateur Champion. We're going to meet Isabella with Lou Guzzi next, here on Inside Golf.
There they are. Boy, we couldn't do it without your parents, right? Couldn't do it without them, right? No way. They bring her here all the time so you can get your golf.
Inside Golf is brought to you by Yuengling, America's oldest brewery, by Nike Golf, and by the Philadelphia Section PGA.
To the duffers, the hacks, we've been there.
To the 3 and 4 putters, we learned.
And to the rough riders and sandmen, we're ready to teach you.
To everybody out there who thinks they can't play the game, the over 28,000 PGA golf professionals say, we're here to help you discover or rediscover the joys of golf. To you, and you, and you, we're here.
The Philadelphia Section PGA is here to teach you. Play golf, Delaware Valley.
It's time light beer got some character. 99 calories, 100% lager. Yuengling Light Lager. Rethink your light beer.
Welcome back to Inside Golf, everyone. We are joined today with a very special young woman. This is Isabella Dilisio. She is one of the state's premier young golfers. Isabella, thanks so much for being here. Can you tell us, first of all, how you got involved in golf? How old were you? What got you into it?
Well, I was almost 9 when I started playing, and I think my parents were going out to play around at like a local golf course, and I wanted to go with them, and they were like, no, you can't go. And then I like begged them. I'm pretty sure I started crying at one point. And then they were like, all right, fine, you can come. And then I just played with them, and then I just fell in love with it, basically.
And you kept doing it more and more and learning more and getting better and better. Can you help us understand what's involved as a teenager? What's involved to play at your level?
Well, it's a lot of time and effort and hard work and just practicing like day after day, like all the time. If you want to be really good, you have to basically make it your life. And it's hard being just like a teenager and like still trying to like see my friends and stuff like that. But you know, it all works out in the end though. But it's just a lot of work.
And it's a huge time commitment. Talk about what your parents have to do in order to get you to play at this level.
They drive me around a lot, just traveling and coming here all the time, and just they're with me all the time. They just basically dedicate their own lives to me, so it's a sacrifice for them too.
Isabella works very hard. Puts a lot of hours out here.
You better believe it. Not the truth? I mean, high five, though. Awesome. Good job.
Now tell us a little bit, you mentioned this briefly. What high school do you go to?
I go to Mount St. Joseph Academy in Flowertown.
And you're in 9th grade. Is it hard to be a so-called regular teenager with the amount of time you have to put into this game?
It's not too bad because, I mean, like you can't golf when it's dark out. So, I mean, I can see my friends and stuff when it's dark, and I have time to like do homework and other stuff that I have to do normally. So, I mean, it's not too bad. It's just busy all the time.
Very busy, I'm sure. And what do you love about the game? What do you love especially about competitive tournaments?
I just like the whole, just like the competition and having to get better and like putting all the work into it. And I've made so many lifelong friends already just from playing golf. And it's just like a fun experience being able to do it.
And you seem to really love it.
Yeah, I love it so much.
Now, Lou Guzzi has something he calls the trimmings, and it's all, you know, all the extras in golf, like a Thanksgiving dinner, he says. Can you help us understand a little bit what he means by that?
Well, we call the trimmings, it's basically the props and stuff that he puts up to restrict my swing. He puts up noodles and boxes, and he has a wall that he put like behind you, and it's just all the props that help you get you in the right positions. And it's just, we call it the trimming because it's like Thanksgiving dinner. You might not always want those certain things, and we sometimes use all of them, sometimes we don't. So.
And I see a little friend right now, right? Can you help us tell us about him, please?
This is Pookie. He's named after my old dog. I mean, he looks like my old dog, but my old dog wasn't pink. But he's my head cover, and I put him under my arm and swing, so I have to keep this arm down just to stay connected and help me hit better golf shots.
What a neat thing to use. Pookie, his name is, right? And people wouldn't think that a cute little cover like that could be such an inspiration for you.
Yeah, he's always on my bag, so it's kind of just like a little angel, kind of just like always there.
That's so neat. And what about all the technology that Lou has here? How has that helped you? Oh,
it's great. The video and the new flight scope, the flight scope's great for seeing all the numbers and things I have to work on. And the video, I mean, the video doesn't lie, so it just shows you like everything I have to fix and things like that.
Well, Isabella, thank you so much for taking a few minutes. I know you have many colleges already looking at you, so it'll be interesting to see over the next few years where you decide to go. And coming up on Inside Golf, Harry and Lou are back with the technology that helps Isabella improve her game.
Got to be careful. How do I provide the information to the student? I don't want to overwhelm them, but
If 5 friends are having a light beer and they all put their drinks down in the same place, how long will it take to find the Yingling Light Lager? About that long. Because the rich amber color of Yingling Light Lager makes it stand out from the rest. The true lager flavor, however, makes it disappear. 99 calories, 100% authentic lager. Yingling Light Lager, from America's oldest brewery. Rethink your light beer.
Nike Golf, in partnership with the Philadelphia Section PGA, present Better Golf. Welcome back. Inside Golf continues from Lou Guzzi's little lab here at Talamore with his ace pupil. Isabella, we've already heard about you and what you've been doing with yourself when it comes to golf, but this is the guy that really you look to for instruction, right? He's the man. And you are the ace pupil. Is that correct? What do you think, Lou?
It's an easy job. You know, just sit back, folks, watch her swing. Great shot, great swing. Obviously a wonderful student and a very, very hard worker.
Talk about what you two have done, say over the past winter, getting Isabella ready for the upcoming golf season. What are some of the things you've worked on here in the laboratory?
Well, with her golf swing, the fundamentals, we're always working on the fundamentals of a good, solid grip, making sure, because at Isabella's level, she makes such a good, solid swing that if her grip's off just a little bit, that golf ball is going to deviate. So we work on a good grip, we work on keeping that golf swing firm. We understand the positions. Isabella is 14 years old. She understands the golf swing, the positions, the club face awareness, the shaft awareness, and then we just keep reinforcing over and over and over. And I think, folks, the most important part here is that you learn a golf swing and you work hard at developing a repeating golf swing through this motor skill that we train in, and then that's your golf swing, and you stick with it. One of the biggest problems that amateurs have is every week they're trying something new, Harry, and that's what gets them in trouble.
Right, and that's another thing that all golfers, they're always trying to get that extra yard or 2 or 10, and sometimes it's not going to happen right away, right, Luke?
Yeah, I mean, part of it is fundamentals, but once we've evaluated the fundamentals and we see a good solid swing, then it's going to come down to physical strength, and everybody's built differently. And I think one of the things, obviously, with the launch monitor and the technology today is once we evaluate a good solid swing and you've done everything you can to be as physically strong as possible, well, that's going to be your distance, and that has to be your game. And one of the things that Isabella works very hard on is staying in the moment, playing her game, and not being pulled in by somebody else. Because that's how this works.
How easy is it to work with Lou Guzzi, Isabella?
Every lesson's fun. I mean, it's not like he's not.
Well, he's got all these props and all these crazy devices, right? He brings them all out without trying to hit you over the head with them, literally and figuratively. What's the best part of training with Lou?
Well, it's just he's such a great teacher, and he knows what he's talking about, and he knows my swing probably as well as I know it, and he's just seen me through everything, and he's just always there, and just he can fix anything. He's just like.
Now, have you ever need some fixing?
Have you ever been out in competition and hit a shot, maybe not the one you wanted, and say, where's Lou Guzzi?
Yeah, oh, I think that all the time. When I'm having a bad day, I'll like, oh, where's Lou? I need him right here. I need him to help me. But
Have you ever like gotten through a round of golf and gotten out your phone and called him up and said, you got to take a look at me. I'm not doing what I want to do.
I call him after every
Do you?
time. Yeah, I talk to him well most of the time.
And we have a little special internet video hookup where.
So he's on speed dial, huh?
Yeah.
Lou's on speed dial.
Yeah, we can see the swing and take a look at it. And, you know, if she's away because she travels a lot, we can definitely take a look at the swing.
How about if we take a look at Isabella's swing using your technology, the launch monitor and everything. Can we do that?
Sure. Yeah, we've got the launch monitor, we've got the video equipment, and we have a great swing here to look at.
Lou, we're back over here, the flight scope, Doppler radar, launch monitor. Isabella, in just a matter of seconds, is going to hit a tee shot.
That's right.
We have a camera on her, but this piece of equipment here tells us so many things about one golf swing, doesn't it?
That's right. It's a phenomenal piece of software. As an instructor, I need to learn how to use this properly so that I provide enough information so the student understands and they can grow and get better, but not overwhelm them with this technology.
All right, let's have our golfer, Isabella, hit her tee shot, and then we'll see what happens here on the screen.
Yeah, we're working with Driver, the big dog. And right now, the Doppler radar, Harry, is
The
tracking
yellow
the
line
ball.
is the flight trajectory.
Yep, exactly. So it's showing us basically what she just did on that swing. She carried the ball 209 yards.
So down at the bottom here, it tells you all that information.
Yeah, unbelievable. You know, 209 yards, it's cold, it's about 40, 45 degrees, and we're using a range ball. The smash factor number, pretty good, 1.43.
Now, what's a smash factor number?
It's the quality of the golf ball leaving the club face.
And what's a good number?
150 is the highest.
Oh, okay.
By the tour players.
Okay.
So I'm going to run into club path in a minute, but we've got basically 92.5 miles an hour club head speed. So this is a very, very important number for people that try to swing faster. We try to find out where their comfort level is. And then we can track this and say, look, you know, at 93 miles an hour, that's your play swing. You know, that's what you want to go to the first tee with when you want to hit the fairway.
Let me ask you about club head speed before we get to these other pieces of information. A lot of times, what should we be swinging at? About maybe 70, 80% of what we're capable?
Yeah, you know, the thought there is, you know, 80 to 85% is what you feel. The reality of that is it's really close to what you would do at 100%.
Okay.
So our feel of 80 versus 100 and the reality of how much more swing speed we actually get.
Not that much
Yeah,
difference.
it's like 1 or 2 miles an hour,
Gotcha.
maybe. So what's nice about this is we can start to see the trajectory of the shots, the pattern, the grouping. So, you know, you start to get a player that's trying to get a tight grouping.
So these little blue dots are the last 30 shots that Isabella hit.
That's exactly right. And, you know, what's the variation between shots? How close are they as far as distance? Now in here were a couple of irons early in the lesson that accidentally got in here, so she doesn't hit her driver 160. But you can kind of see the pattern here. The last shot's right here.
I think they were my drives.
That's beautiful. And this is a really, really good tool right here. This
Oh,
is the
wow.
swing
Now
analysis.
we're really getting high tech here.
Yeah. So we have a beautiful path coming into the ball, 4.8 degrees inside. She's shaping her golf swing inside out just a little bit. At impact, 3.2 open, which is what it should be with a path like that.
And why should it be a little open right at impact?
That's right, because what's happening with her golf swing is she's basically turning the club face over, so that provides some spin. So an inside path, a slightly open club face, that's going to give us a little spin on the ball. Now in this swing right here, because it was 3.2 open, you can see from the launch monitor, I'll play the shot again, the shot kind of faded a little bit to the right. Still in the fairway,
Gotcha.
but just a little soft fade to the right, dropping to the right side of the golf course.
Lou, is this part and parcel of the training that you give to virtually every student here at Talamore?
Yeah, it is now, Harry. I'm still working with the system, but I understand it pretty well now. I understand it for what I need to do with the student base. And again, I don't want to overwhelm them, but boy, oh boy, we can work on things quickly and reshape their swing quickly. And you know, I can take the technology and just explain path, explain club head speed, and angle of attack. Those are really 3 key components of this system.
And you have something here that shows what a student did within 20 minutes of a little bit of instruction to improve so many things.
Before and after, I can copy the screen, put it in a PDF file, and then email it right to them. It's exciting. Take that along with the video technology and obviously the props and hard work, and they're going to get better.
You know, you look at this and I think back the first time I ever went to a driving range, Cottman Avenue, Burholm Park, Ski Regal driving range. Ski didn't have the advantage of this, did he, Lou? And I know
No, I
you've
don't
been
think he
there,
did.
you've done that.
Yeah, we were talking about that. There was a big giant golf ball, right? And I saw the big hole there. I had a 4-iron that I bought at a garage sale, and I said to my dad, who took me there, wasn't even a golfer, folks. I said, that's not a big deal. 5 or 6 swings, the lights are going off. My dad says, somebody knocked it in. I said, that was me. I think I was about 12, 13 years old. Got a big jumbo bucket of balls, Harry.
Right, probably got a hot dog to go with it. Lou Guzzi in the lab, and coming up next here on Inside Golf, our panel of experts and teed off.
In the United States, you know? I mean, they're not going to hold any U.S. Opens there like Bethpage, which is open to the public.
To the duffers, the hacks. We've been there.
To the 3 and 4 putters, we learned.
And to the Rough Riders and Sandmen, we're ready to teach you.
To everybody out there who thinks they can't play the game, the over 28,000 PGA golf professionals say, we're here to help you discover or rediscover the joys of golf. To you, and you, and you, we're here.
The Philadelphia Section PGA is here to teach you. Play golf, Delaware Valley.
I'm 9 now, but when I was 8, I'd do things I wasn't supposed to.
You don't talk when people are putting.
Always repair the ball mark.
You keep your own scores, so you have to know how to add. And you gotta tell the truth.
Put a golf club in kids' hands and watch them grow.
If you do certain things that you're not supposed to, you get a shot added to your score. You don't want to do those things.
The first tee teaches kids values that will impact their communities and the rest of their lives.
If it wasn't for golf, I'd be like my friends, a couch potato.
Guests of Inside Golf enjoy dining at Sin Sin, the popular Asian fusion restaurant located on Germantown Avenue in the heart of scenic Chestnut Hill.
And now it's time for Teed Off, brought to you by Yingling, America's oldest brewery.
You watch the pros attack it, and you say, boy, I'd like
Welcome back. Inside Golf continues with our Teed Off segment. We're back at the Green Parrot in beautiful Newtown, Bucks County, and our panel of experts ready to go, ready to tee it off again. Joining us for the first time, Harry Mays, host of Middays, 97.5 The Fanatic in Philadelphia. From the Delaware County Times, sports columnist Jack McCaffrey. And our host here at the Green Parrot, Bobby Lutz. Bobby, glad to have you again, and thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here. We enjoy having Inside Golf.
You know, one thing I've often wondered about and thought about is if I had one last round of golf to play, where would it be? Would it be a course that I'm very familiar with, or maybe a course where I've never set foot on? Jack, how about you?
Last round of golf I'll ever play?
Final round.
Chip and putt, par 3, and go out feeling good about yourself. But no, but as a golf writer, I would probably enjoy a challenge of courses that I've covered events at. And there's plenty in the Philadelphia region. Bully Rock or DuPont, White Marsh, the Ace Club, any of those, Murrian, Aronimink, I've covered them all. And when you go out there and you watch the pros attack it, and you say, boy, I'd like to take a shot at that. And that would probably be what I would do. One of those where I was fortunate enough to cover a big golf event at.
So Woody's is off the list. Oh, I think Woody's is off the list
Yeah,
anyhow.
That's a hospital now. That's a hospital now.
That's ironic.
I'm dating myself.
I had a headache every time I played.
I'm dating myself. How about you, Harry?
Well, I'll answer this twofold, Harry. I'll go local, and then I'll go outside the Philadelphia area. I'll take Marion and Pine Valley off the list because they wouldn't let me in the driveway, number one. So local, I'll go Rolling Green with a caveat that I have to play with Fran Dunphy, the great Temple head basketball
All
coach.
I'd say is bring your money.
There's no question about that. But Rolling Green,
you're going to lose because he's a solid 6.
Well, I've played it once. It's a great track, and I'd like to get back out over there. And as far as outside the area, I'll take Pebble Beach off the map because everybody would love to play Pebble Beach. I'm going to go Shinnecock Hills.
Shinnecock.
Out in Long Island. I was there for the Open a few years ago.
Is that where Corey Pavin won?
No, that was Goosen. Had that incredible performance on Sunday where he just made every putt on the course. And I'd love to go out there and attack that Rodin hole that they had so much trouble with a few years ago. But there's a caveat there, too.
I got to take caveats.
Yes, I got to take a helicopter out there because I'm not dealing with the Long Island Railroad or the Long Island Express.
That's right. Okay, that works. Bobby?
I'm partial to Donald Ross courses, haven't played one for a long time, and I love it.
That would be Torresdale, Frankfurt?
Exactly, but I really love Plainfield Country Club in Plainfield, New Jersey. It's just a wonderful place. If I were going out of this area, Pebble Beach is probably just as good as you can get, but if I could ever get somebody to get me on Cypress Point, that would be it.
Now, Plainfield, they did hold a couple tour events, I think, in Plainfield, haven't they?
I believe the PGA is going back there, too.
Right.
Yeah, I think the LPGA just had one recently, and they had amateurs there for some time.
Well, you're our Donald Ross expert. What is it about Donald Ross courses that get you excited?
I think they're fair. They give you nice driving areas, and as it gets closer to the green, they get a little bit more difficult. Undulation in the green, but it's just something they're playable.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
Plainfield
look
and
forward-
Pebble Beach, huh?
Yeah.
Pebble. Well, you can work that out. I'm
That'd
sure you
be
have,
nice.
You have an open. The course that I hear so much about, and was the subject of a great book called The Match, which is a true story of Hogan and Byron Nelson playing a pair of amateurs, one of whom was Venturi, when he was an amateur, was played at Cypress. And you hear that Cypress, I mean, Pebble Beach is good, but Cypress takes it to another level. And it is very exclusive. I don't even think, Bob, you could get on there. I don't know.
We got on there to take
Oh,
pictures.
see? He trumps me.
And then
Right out of the box,
they
he
asked us
trumped
to
me.
leave.
Oh, you kind of like, you were a fence member that day?
Yeah, exactly.
Get back on 17-mile drive.
Well,
Getting on there is not the problem. Staying's the problem.
Right.
That's what it was. My wife stayed on 17-mile drive. I got out of the car, I ran on, took a couple pictures, and they asked me to leave.
Really? What did they have, like remote cameras and somebody spotted you?
Somebody spotted us, and
Somebody
they came
dropped
out.
the dime on Bob Lutz?
Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness.
awesome.
That doesn't work, does it?
It was great, though.
How'd the pictures turn out? Did you get them?
Fantastic. And
you tell everybody, oh, yeah, that was from my day at Cypress.
well, 16 and 17 look like they're dropped from the heavens. I mean, they're just remarkable holes. I mean, I don't know how they even dreamed up coming in with those holes, but they're great.
Right, right. How about a place like, have you ever played Cobb's Creek?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, and Cobb's has a rich history. You know, some great golfers played in Cobb's that people forget about.
Right.
You know, and it may be one of the most famous municipal golf courses in the United States. You know, I mean, they're not going to hold any U.S. Opens there like Bethpage, which is open to the public, but Cobb's is, and Karakung. I don't know where that name. It has to be an Indian
That's
name.
an Indian
doesn't it,
name, I
Chad?
think.
You would think, yeah. But
Karakung, and they're like sister courses right next
they've
to
got
each
great
other.
reputations.
Yeah.
For a public course like that, just well designed, and people love to play
Well,
there.
that was your last round. Now, do you remember your first round of golf and where it was? The first time you ever played on an 18-hole regular golf course.
Boy.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember?
No, I'd have to
Must have been
figure it out. Do you?
Must have
Mine
been.
was
I
like
do.
a chip and putt up in the Reading area. Village Greens is what it's called.
Village Greens.
Yeah.
Okay. How about
Might
you,
have been
Bob?
like at Fort Washington. There was a golf course there.
There was one now where the industrial park is.
That was it. Yes.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine was at Rancocas Valley.
Over in Jersey.
Yeah. And I was 14 years old, and I couldn't complete the round because I lost all the balls by the 11th hole.
Really? How many were there? How many?
lot.
What you have? A dozen?
More than that.
Out in Rancocas right now.
A lot
there's
more than that.
A dozen golf balls with your name on it. I'll throw one at you. How about, it's still around, Judiata.
Oh, yeah.
Judiata, if I recall.
Now it's Juanita. Juanita Park.
Yeah, you grew up in that area, give or take, right? Over in Judiata.
Sure.
And the first hole, I think, was a par 3 downhill. Is that true?
Yes.
I mean, how many courses open up with a par 3? Par 5s, usually par 4, but a par 3 on the open. Now, it had to be just a situation where, oh, well, let's have this short hole here to start things off because of the land. But you'd be amazed at the things you'd see floating. What is that creek? What's the creek that goes through? It goes all through the Northeast.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pennypack?
Pennypack. It had to be maybe. Can you say it was a tributary of the Pennypack? I don't know.
The great thing about that creek, I mean, we've seen at Tarsdale there would be a ton of water, and then 5 hours later, it would be down below level, and you could play the course again. I mean, it would drain so well.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, let's go out. Ellen Cologier is at the bar and has a question for our host, Bob Lutz.
Thank you, Harry. We're here with Stephanie Ponis of New Hope. Stephanie, what is your question for Bob?
Bob, my question is, what is the best golf shot you have ever seen?
The best golf I ever seen was Tiger Woods chipping it at Augusta.
Was that the one on 16?
Yes.
Vern Lundquist with his memorable line in your life.
That's right.
Have you ever? And Nike got an extra plug, didn't they? The ball hung on the lip with the Nike logo.
It did. Yes, it did.
Slowly.
Yes, it did.
I mean, you couldn't have like if they did a commercial,
no,
and they made it into a commercial, I believe. But yeah, that's pretty memorable.
That's good stuff.
All right, guys, thanks. And Inside Golf continues right after this. Looking for a comfortable dining and get-together spot in historic Bucks County? Welcome to the Green Parrot Restaurant and Pub in Newtown. The kitchen features wood-burning stoves, specials for lunch and dinner daily, a wine list that features more than 60 offerings, and there are 24 different draft beers. All this in one very unique place, the Green Parrot on Sycamore in beautiful Newtown.
It's time light beer got some character. 99 calories, 100% authentic lager. Yingling Light Lager from America's oldest brewery. Rethink your light beer.
You got me.
To play the game, you need to understand the language of golf.
Whoa. Is it the rating, the course rating, and you stumped me.
How about the slope is what you use to determine your handicap at another course?
You got me.
I mean, I guess it's combined between the course rating, the course slope, combine them together and then take the slope, and if you go to another course, I guess that's how you get rated, whether you're a 12 handicap, 13 handicap, 14 handicap on that course.
Well, guys, you're actually really close. Keep in mind that slope and course rating are both related to how difficult a golf course is. For example, courses like Pine Valley, the real difficult courses across the country, have a very high slope and their rating is high. And then if you play an easier course, the slope and the rating are lower. What that allows you to do is take your index of your handicap and go and translate it to what you are at that golf course. So if you're playing an easy course, let's say that's your home course, you're at an easy golf course, low slope, low course rating, and you're a 10 handicap. If you go play the most difficult course in America, you might be a 13 there. And that's how it works in very simple terms.
Thanks to Lou Guzzi for having us back here at Tullamore, and we want to say good luck to Isabella, not only the defending champion in the Montgomery County Women's Amateur event, but also the Women's Club champion here at Tullamore.
That's right.
And where does everybody go for more on Inside Golf?
Well, Harry, it's very easy. You can check us out at InsideGolf.net. If you've missed any of our episodes, any of our past shows, or you just want to check out some of our information, just make sure you go to InsideGolf.net.
And coming up in the weeks ahead, we're going to have some great course features. Atlantic City Country Club, Brandywine, also Skip Pack. Love going back to Skip Pack. It's all coming up this spring here on Inside Golf. For Ellen Colucci, I'm Harry Donahue. Remember, no matter how bad it's going for you out there, don't pick up. And we'll see you next time on Inside Golf.
Inside Golf has been brought to you by Yingling, America's oldest brewery, by Nike Golf, and by the Philadelphia Section PGA.